Hi guys, my name is MicheleMarie.
Hi guys, it's MicheleMarieDalene, and today we're going to talk. I'm going to get the Discord people in a little bit, but I wanted to talk to you first about a few things about the things that are going on this channel right now, because I wanted to try to resolve an issue that keeps coming up. As you know, the channel is changing a lot, and people are actually finding out.
Hi guys, my name is MicheleMarie.
Okay, obviously, I was just trying to make sure the stream's going in good. So let me turn on the chat so we can read this, as I'm sure we're going to talk. And let me go ahead and share the link out to other people too. It's one of those early morning links. I was wanted to try to discuss a few topics. The first thing is, okay. I just turned my phone alarm off because it is early in the morning. I got up early, and I wanted to talk to you guys because of some of the things that were going on with the live stream. And one of the things is that some people got their toes stomped on. And that resulted in a lot of angry people between the Discord and between everything else. And I wanted to try to give me a minute to get everything set up here. Unfortunately, this software I use for outdoors does there's two different programs, and one of the programs that we're using right now is allowing us to actually do the live streams, and that's what we're doing here spontaneously. I know I can use the YouTube up on my LG phone, but then you gotta look at my eyeballs all day, which kinda sucks. And then it doesn't fit my stand anyway. So we use the iPhone, but the YouTube that's on the iPhone does not exist in a form that is compatible with my phone. So that's why we do things the way we do. I'm trying to get this link out to as many people as I can, because of that reason. One of the things last time we had learned in the Tower of Babel, if you want to call it that, was the fact is that everybody was talking at the same time. And again, everybody all kind of got all confused, and some people, of course, took it out on me. Hi, Mr. Leff. Well, okay, so, yeah, I understand that. So that's what I'm saying. A lot of you guys probably will be watching the replay instead of watching it live now. So what I wanted to do was, I had an idea, was this. What if we did something like this? 3 different live streams. This is going to be real fun. We're going to keep the Sundays just for the YouTubers. The Wednesdays will be YouTube and the Discord people, and of course Twitch will be listening into YouTube and Discord, of course, on no, that's not gonna work. Oh God, let me start over. I just had this idea, and I don't even know if it's gonna work. Here it is. What if we could have Sundays. Yeah, what if this is what I was thinking? What if we could have this? Is this table really not offline? It's off access. Oh, it is. Oh, okay, maybe that's why my camera's off access. Okay, so what I was thinking was, let me start from scratch. The Discord people like to have the talks. They like to talk amongst themselves. And unfortunately, when they do that, they tend to get everybody else all tripped up in the melee. And so what I was thinking was, maybe say Monday. Just throw a day out. A Monday Discord only. Since there's really not much video anyway. And that could be, of course, the audio stream could be uploaded as MP4 as a replay onto Google Drive. And that way you can actually listen to the audio stream and replay for Discord. Wednesday, Discord and YouTube. After all, it's the middle of the week. I'm sure that people on both sites probably would like to talk to each other, at least in part. And then on Sunday, YouTube only. Just for YouTube and phones, if I'm in studio, or YouTube like I'm doing right now on the porch. The reason is that way each of the prospective groups will be able to have a day for themselves and do their own on-network stuff. And that way, when they do have the gathering on Wednesdays, everybody would be able to benefit from that awesomeness of being able to talk to each other and enjoy it on Wednesdays. And so if there's anything that either group wants to talk about on that day, where they can come together as a great powwow, they can all do that. And then, of course, that way it also makes it easier for me because I noticed that, like golden retrievers, one of the things that happens on this channel is everybody likes to talk all at one time. And it's like a golden retriever that hasn't seen you for a few weeks or days. Next thing you know, he's got his many paws all over you. He's not trying to be rambunctious. It's just the way they are. It's the same thing with the people on a lot of live streams. They're all excited to see each other for the most part, so why not give each group their own prospective day? So Sunday would be YouTube only, Monday would be Discord only, Wednesday would be YouTube and Discord, and that way everybody can hear what's going on. And it'd be less confusing for me too, because I'm just so overwhelmed trying to keep up with all this. Should put this on Discord simultaneously. I can do that. It's easy. Yeah, let me do that. Let me just put this on Discord on my phone. Yeah, but I don't want to get stuck having to listen to everybody talking at once. So I'm gonna cap the headphones here, just so I can just talk. The point here is I want to make everybody feel good. I want people to enjoy it. I want people to have a fun time. Now, as far as the Bob there and Larry, Jim Bob and Larry Greenberg, I don't know what the story is with those two. I have never really understood it. As far as Mr. Cringe and Talkman 2424, I only got a little bit of the story. I don't know what the real full story is, so I can't speak on that. As far as MMD Archive / TNCC / Cringe Report and People Peace, I know that story very well, thank you. Absolutely know that story well. I don't even have to rehash it. But for those of you who don't know, People Peace is a young man from Canada that has threatened a few people on my channel and has actually made people really, really angry. And so one of the things is that it was decided that it would be best to keep People Peace from making threats by keeping him off the YouTube channel. And that was how that got started. But that's, he came onto the channel, he didn't even say anything, and of course, MD Archives threw him out. After he was one of my moderators. But the thing is just that. And then we had people keep asking me, can we have another moderator? How many moderators do you think a channel with only 301 people need? We don't need that many. That's ridiculous. We don't need that many. It's just a small channel. If I had 3,001 viewers, it'd be a very different situation. It's getting to that point where I seriously may need an additional moderator, because I can't keep up with it all. Says, calling the shows with a Discord tower about or something. Why can't you just be just friends? Has Papa ever actually done anything to him? I have no idea. I have no idea if People Peace did anything or not. I haven't heard anything, but then again, I haven't really kept up with the story with that. But the point is that a few of my long-term regulars on YouTube expressed a lot of unhappiness yesterday. One of those people, of course, which has been on my YouTube channel for over 4 years. He's not actually he didn't really come onto the channel much, but because when I got onto Discord, he was one of the people that greeted me on Discord when I first came in. It took me a while. His server, but I did visit his server. That's where all the other guys came from. And so the social media thing is crazy because I have to keep trying to keep up with 1 million people, it seems like, all at the same time. I am not a crew of people to produce the show and moderate the show and make sure that phone calls don't go crazy and make sure that everybody's on the same frequency. I am just one person, and I was trying to do this. And that one person is really overwhelmed when all those things are going on at one time. So yeah, I have a reason myself to kind of go is, can we need to go there? I don't mind him being around just fine, ignoring him to be my best option. Understandable. I don't disagree with ignoring people again. If somebody really is getting under your skin, ignoring them may be your best choice. So, unfortunately, because the Discord people can listening right now, they're not actually able to talk, but there's no one actually talking anyway. It's just me right now. I really will kind of way over my head. Queen Sophia XT did show for the third segment, and at that time, most of the people from Discord have gone to bed. It seemed like so it was a lot quieter, and so I basically just get to the Discord for the last third of the show because there was no one really there on Discord talking, and we were starting to have a quiet old chat on the YouTube side. So I wanted to talk to the YouTubers too. I wanted to have a day when I don't want people to feel uncomfortable. I don't want people to feel like they're basically are still running around the rat's race at Grand Central Station Terminal in the next train. That's what it felt like. It was like everybody was talking over everybody else. Everybody was running around going, I gotta catch this one, I gotta do that one, I gotta do that one, I gotta do this one. I'm like, it's supposed to be a nice gathering. It's not supposed to be making you feel as more stressed as you do on your work day. It's like, that's exactly what it felt like. I was like, everybody was talking over everybody else. And then, I don't know how we're supposed to coordinate all the different things together. Granted, as Cringe Report, aka TNCC, pointed out, I'm one of a few people who actually manages to get the Discord server to work with YouTube. A lot of the other people are trying to do it are, of course, I'm doing it all through analog. I'm not even doing it through digital. Everything is analog. My studio is an analog studio. It's only digital in the last mile, if you will. And so everything is so interconnected the way that I can actually plug in plugs from one. My mixer is YouTube capable. I wasn't using the YouTube, USB capable. I wasn't even using that. I didn't have to. It just worked fine as analog. So everything was connected to analog. But it doesn't help any when nobody on one can figure out when the other on another network is talking. Same thing with the phone calls. Same thing. Like, how in the heck are we supposed to keep the flow in such a way that it makes sense? It was like a giant party. That's probably the best example. Here I am, the hostess, sitting over there, talking to a group of people, probably, say, for example, making drinks for my audience, my party goers, and then in the end of the other room, you got Jim Bob and Larry Greenberg yelling at each other, and you're going, what are you yelling about? What are they yelling about? But of course, they're literally talking metaphorically so loud that the whole party can't even talk over them. That's the way the system works. So there's no spatial, imaging. So you don't know, for example, because everybody comes out to be the same loudness. I have been in parties like that in real life. It's confusing for me. It's confusing for the other guests. They don't know what's going on. So we need to find a way to coordinate that. Yeah, but it's funny, though. It works fine with me. I don't know. I just seem to be really lucky. You and I, by the way, R11H3, when you and I were involved with debate, we were connected to Discord and it was working fine. So that's not entirely true, because we were actually able to have the debate, and we did have, and I was there on Discord at the time the debate results were given the next day. And it worked fine for me. So, actually, on Thursday, you didn't get the Discord in for the debate results. You just... Oh, that's what I did, because R11H30 was actually giving the results out. So I was listening to R11H30 on the results, and so he's using Discord for that, and it worked fine. So I would say, what Michelle was saying is that maybe the problem isn't always the problem with the connections. It's just sometimes maybe it has something to do with the way the networking works, because it worked fine for the debate. It worked fine for the results of the debate. Right. And whereas Michelle, like she says, everything in her network is analog, except for the last mile, and that's when it goes digital. But the mixer is connected to the computer by analog, as USB as a fallback. But other than that, the USB itself has not even been used. Right, last night I didn't even have the USB cable plugged in because I was getting a ground loop problem. I don't know what that was caused by, since nothing else in the network changed, but my network is a giant mess anyway. If you ever seen the way my system is all plugged in, it definitely looks like something from a Ruby Goldberg contraption. I mean, it's crazy, but it works. Right, what the point was that you were able to make it work. I think in my case, maybe what makes it all work is the fact that it's all going into an external mixer. And not using software from the computer, like Open Broadcast Studio, to do it. I'm using CamTwist only does the video. It does not do anything with the sound. The sound goes straight from my mixer into the Adobe FMLE, and then it goes straight out on the internet after it's combined with the video from CamTwist, which is how it works. It works for me. I don't know. It's just that the computer is old and slow and crufty, and if I had a better computer processor like an i5 or i7, even if it is a second generation, there would still be much better frame rates. And of course, eventually, if you can figure out to have the T-Mobile cover the video and then have the Frontier do the audio, that's a project I haven't figured out. But I will figure it out, Lou. I know you will. Okay, so let's see. It says here, Mr. Les says, I don't know what you ought to do, Michelle, but I know if you get rid of new audience members in order to Please, old ones, your channel will never grow. I'm going to go to work now. See you around. Okay, you're right. And that's where, again, is trying to find the balance where people can... I don't want my new users to feel uncomfortable. Bell Joy, for example, she wanted to have a dialogue on the YouTube side of it, but everybody in the Discord was basically monopolizing the whole chat. So she felt like she was walking into a huge party that she didn't even know the guests. That's exactly what she felt. She didn't say that, but she felt it. I know. I don't even know the guests. Who are these people? I come to see the hostess, and yet there's all these other guests, and they're all ragging on each other in the other room. That's the problem. We gotta find a way to want everybody to feel comfortable that they want to come. And Lebanese says, I would just like to be able to hear what is going on, at least until the fall during streams, and not get spammed porn in Discord. You can't post porn in Discord anymore. I don't mind anyway. So I mean, that was because I don't want porn in my Discord either. So all new people now cannot upload any porn on my Discord anymore. Okay? Alright, the only person who technically can post anything at all besides actual content that was freshly taped, I'm the only one who can give out invites. I'm the only one that can post links. I'm the only one who can do webhooks. Very simple. Because I don't want to get stuck with a million people trying to act like little miniature system operators trying to post content. Oh, where does this come from? And because, I mean, I'm still managing to do all this, and it's just taking me longer for that reason. And I agree with that. It'd be nice to be able to hear conversations and not feel like everybody's talking perfectly loud, and yet you're sitting there going, and your head starts to feel like you're going to have an Excedrin moment. Trust me. You're not even imagining feel like to sit at the console trying to figure out, how can I talk overwhelmed? How can I speak and not have the people on the phone ringing every 5, 10, 15, 20 seconds, and at the same time have the people in Discord yelling at each other and trying to override everybody else in Discord. That is where I'm really got to work on that. It's something I have to do. I want to keep people happy, but this channel already is at 301 subscribers. What happens when it gets to be 3,000 subscribers? Eventually it will. Eventually, it will be up to 1,000. Given at the rate we're slowly increasing our growth, that could easily be by the end of December. We could easily have 1,000 subscribers by December. But that brings another problem, which is this: viewer minutes. Are we have enough viewer minutes to meet the 200 or the approximately, let's see, 240,000 minutes? I'm calculating something. 12,000, is that right? 240,000 minutes divided by 12 is what? 20,000 minutes. 20,000 minutes a month. We're almost at that level. But when I look at the number of subscribers, even when we hit the 240,000 minutes point, the one thing is, I don't want my channel to look like a big giant impossible to understand melee. I want to keep the things where people feel like they're coming to a place that feels And that's where I'm really kind of thinking, like I said, maybe have a YouTube day, a Discord day, and a YouTube and Discord day. This way, because the Discord day is going to be audio only. There's no really reason to have video. Maybe for the Discord day, what I might do is upload the finished stream, as I said, to Google Drive. Store it there for a few weeks because I only have so much space in Google Drive. Or I could put it on yourlisting.com, which is our audio streaming podcast site. And that way the people on yourlisting.com can listen to the replays, and I can post a link for that on the Discord so that people in Discord can hear what the last stream was about. Everybody would still feel better. I don't want to see the stream get to the point where everybody feels enemies of it. 3,000 subscribers. Okay, 3,000 plus subscribers. Most of us would fade into the background to allow the channel to grow. It would be impossible to compete with a super active community. It would take on a life of its own. Right, and that's where the problem is that I don't want those people that were there to feel alienated. I don't want that. I'm only one single person, and I've seen this channel grow from a nothing channel, and this pretty much is still, in the grand scheme of things, and YouTube's concerned, it's still a nothing channel, to a channel at least can find things out about it by Googling it. You can't imagine what the early years were like. Some of you may have been there in the beginning. You know what I'm talking about. This channel was a nothing channel. 35 subscribers. 35 subscribers, and that was, for a long time, it was that low. And then finally it started to turn around. And then we had the so-called great vanning, which happened because something similar to what happened last night. Too many people were talking, and I got overwhelmed. I'm trying to not get overwhelmed. What that means is I gotta find a way to keep things from getting too crazy. It says, that's not a problem, Michelle. That's a good thing. You want that many people. I would not mind at all. We just have plenty. We have plenty of behind the scenes content. We do. But what about the other people? Take, for example, some of the newer ones that are just starting to come onto the channel and become vocal. Say, for example, Queen Sophia XD. Now, Queen Sophia XD came in during the third segment, and that was enjoyable. And she had brought up some very interesting observations from a third-party perspective that I didn't quite know how to explain. Okay, and that was, but then of course, that's where it's nice to be able to have a place when people can come in and talk and not feel like they're in a giant, huge auditorium when everybody's trying to trip over each other's feet. That's what it felt like. The kind of thing when you want to pull a fire alarm and evacuate the place. just to get them. They finally did peter down on Discord, so it's almost like somebody says, when the novelty wears off. It was like around the third hour. The people finally started to kind of, and Discord just kind of started going home or doing their own events. So I finally turned the Discord server off because there was no one there. They all had left. So that was nice that we had the chance to talk to Queen Sophia. And I really would like to have more of those times when I can have a nice, quiet little chat amongst a few people and not feel like overwhelmed, if you know what I'm saying. Anybody else have anything to say? Why don't you turn the Discord on so they can hear if they have anything to say? Right now, I'm the only one on Discord. Well, turn the headphones on. Okay, Discorders, you guys got anything to say out there? Apparently not. No, apparently not. Alright, so right now it is 9:21 a.m. I think I pretty much covered up everything I wanted to cover this morning. Why don't you cover the weather? The weather! Well, might as well. Might as well cover the weather. Oh yeah, before I do, would someone please try to reach out to Larry Greenberg and Jim Bob and find out what is the story behind those two? That sounds like something TNCC probably would like to cover. And maybe I'd like to find a way to reach out to Beaver Time. Since I didn't have all the information together, I didn't reach out to Beaver Time yet. But if anybody else could reach out to Beaver Time and explain to him, because last night I was so frazzled. When I got his text message, it was like really not really weather. Right now, it is currently expected high today will be 28 degrees Celsius. The nighttime low will be about 15 degrees Celsius. Currently, it is 20 degrees Celsius. It's at 68 degrees Fahrenheit. For those of you people who are so interested, it is sunny. Going to the next few days. Friday, July 13th, it'll be high at 28 degrees, the low is 16. It'll be partly cloudy. Saturday, July 14th, it'll be cloudy, a high of 30, a low of 19. Sunday, which will be the YouTube only stream, high of 32 degrees, a low of 19. Monday, July 16th, which will be the Discord only stream, will be a high of 33 and a low of 21. So that's going to be one very hot day at that day. It's going to be pretty warm. Fortunately enough, we have our way of keeping things from getting too unbearable in the studio. Just looking at the extended forecast, after that, temperatures start to drop back down into the more civil levels of around 29 degrees Celsius. So it will improve. It will improve. I promise that. Let's see. Let's see how my son's playing. In a low of 21. So that's going to be one. Okay. And let's see. R11 says, however, with that many people, Discord wouldn't be possible. You see how difficult it is with a few people. Imagine hundreds trying to join. It's not so much the joining, it's the talking. And they're all trying to talk at the same time. At that point, I would almost have to seriously find a something similar to a what they do for major stock report meetings and things, where basically you can, like, I don't know, like I've seen a few programs like that, similar to Google Hangouts, but Google makes businesses, and for web seminars. That is just an example, but still, if we get to that point, we'll have to make changes. We will have to, like I said, this channel is constantly changing. It's never going to be the same old. It's gonna change. To me, the technology changes because it needs to, and that's just a fact of life, I guess. He says that's a good thing. However, that many people would not be. Okay, I think I read that already, but so I'm kind of jumping back and forth here. So you guys, you're gonna have to bear with me. So we will work on this. We will work on this. But for the YouTubers that felt overwhelmed yesterday, Southern Belle Joy, Beaver Time, even Queen Sophia XD in the end, I'm really sorry. I really wish we need to work on ways that would make you feel more comfortable. It's just so many things that we can do right, and there's so many things that can go dreadfully wrong too. And that's one of the reasons why I really need to find a way to solve the issues that we're having with the technology. Alright, so for now, here's the deal. Like I said, for those of you on Discord who didn't hear it, unfortunately I turned my microphone down so you wouldn't have heard me anyway. Alright, so here we go. On Sunday, because it's getting hot anyway, we're going to have our YouTube stream on the porch. Not even going to have any phone calls, otherwise I'll be out here. I enjoy showing my face on camera once in a while, and I figured this is the best way to do it. So that will be YouTube only. That'll be from 7 to whenever it ends. Okay? Usually 9 o'clock. Okay? On Monday, it'll be the Discord only. Same time. 7 until whenever it ends. Then on the Wednesday will be the Discord and YouTube together. Also, the Twitch, of course, will be listening on YouTube and on Sunday and Wednesday. And that way, everybody will have at least one day a week that the perspective platforms can be part of the chat only, without any outside interference. No force. Normally on the YouTube nights we will have the phones on, except of course for Sunday this week, because I will be outside enjoying the warmer weather and not feeling like I'm sitting inside of a hot box. That's the most important thing to me. And if anybody has any question with that, and if you can reach out to Beaver Time and help me to explain to Beaver Time what it was I liked about Mr. Laugh's comments, I really would appreciate it. At times, email. Maybe you could be the first one to make a contact with him and explain it. Because I don't need to lose. He's literally a patron. He is putting money towards the channel. He's not on Patreon. He's still putting money towards the channel. So yeah, I still want to keep him around because he's a paying subscriber. So I really would like, and that's a big deal to me. Okay. For the time being, guys, I want to thank you for watching this, and we're going to get ready to wrap it up. Please don't get to buffer the video so that we can actually talk that way. So let me go ahead and get this thing going here. So for later on, see you guys. Bye-bye.